With wind speeds topping 50 miles an hour, Hurricane Idalia carved a path of destruction through South Georgia, wreaking havoc on a number of farming operations along the way. And while it's sure to be significant, the final loss is still being calculated.
Our extension service is out trying to meet with farmers and see what the extent is. I mean, half of the state's corn crop isn't in yet. It's tough, especially in this Lowndes, Brooks, Clinch, Eccles County area. Cook County took it on the chin as well.
With agriculture being so diverse in the area, everything from cotton to pecans were affected. In fact, over at Shiloh Pecan Farms, the losses include around 10,000 trees and a significant portion of this year's crop.
Probably half of the crop is on the ground. It's thrashed off. None of it's mature enough. So that's a direct loss. It feels as though it's 50%. And especially if you add two clusters of nuts that are in the trees that are twisted, damaged, that haven't hit the ground, and from past experience, you're going to have some of that too. So I feel pretty certain that half the crop is laid to waste.
However, farmers will have little time to mourn as they must try and salvage what they can with harvest season right around the corner.
Get it out of the way. It's just, right now we're going through sawing them off at the trunk where they're laid over. If it's leaning more than 30 degrees, those trees from past experience, they're not viable to try to post up. So that's the first criteria. We saw that off and then we skitter them out. But I have to get it out of the orchard to be able to get back in and continue our normal work of preparing for harvest, which is mowing, herbicide, and ground control. That we need to be ready for nuts to start falling on some varieties as early as 3 weeks from now.
With all the crop loss and structural devastation, these communities are in need of government assistance to help them rebuild. And while it won't happen overnight, the process of getting them help is already in progress.
When the governor issues the declaration, he's going to work in conjunction with our partners in Washington. That's going to free up some emergency loans and that kind of thing. But that's also going to begin the process of trying to get some disaster funds appropriated to these farmers. I do know that our two U.S. senators have already reached out to the administration in Washington, trying to shepherd all the resources. So this is really just a all hands on deck kind of moment.
Even though there is plenty of frustration and disappointment following the storm, the only thing for farmers to do now is try and keep moving forward.
We're going to plan on the faith that the good Lord is going to let the sun shine, that we're going to get rain, and that God's going to bless our efforts, because the American people are dependent on us to feed them. We just have to pick up the pieces, and farmers are some of the most resilient people there are on earth, and farmers have to be optimists, otherwise they wouldn't do what they do. But it is tough, and these things take years to overcome.
Reporting from Lowndes County, I'm Damon Jones for the Farm Monitor.